I was lucky that during the hardest time, I never was alone. If I got a beating, somebody else got two. Friends, we have been together. And I must say that this is one thing that really kept us going, that we were together. I grew up in Poland. My sister, divorcee, and mother and I lived in a small apartment. At the age of 17, the war broke out. I was running toward the Russian side. We hoped that we will reach Romania, and this was really mostly on foot. At night, we were looking for shelter. The best shelter we found was one night on an oven in a bakery. It was warm and cozy, and we laid on top of the oven. This is the pleasure that we had one night, that we could rest well. We hope that we will go through Romania, and from there we will be able somehow to go to the United States. Very nice dream. It never came true. We landed in a city that at the moment was occupied by a Russian, a Polish city, and we started we wanted to make a life. They came September the 3rd. The army came into our city, and was extremely rough treatment. They didn't beat yet, but they screamed at us. Let's say we lived in an apartment house, a block that had one big gate. Of course, the gate was closed, and they started to knock. Not knock. They started to scream, open the gate. And they started to go from apartment to apartment and check where is the man. It's true that in the beginning of the war, all men tried to escape. Went. Where do you go? Really, when I think about it, where do you go? And they saw a picture of my father, who was deceased, 11 years before. And they said, where is he? He is not alive. They didn't take, they wanted, a small interrogation. But the tone of voice, this was terrible. This was terrible. They didn't beat us yet, but the superiority, you knew that you will not have a good treatment in the future. I decided I have to see my mother and sister. So I will try to go back to Poland, to the part that was occupied by the German. I have to go there. So I hired a smuggler who was supposed to get me to Warsaw. It was a small town and a small ghetto. When a selection came, trucks came, there was really no selection. I think maybe 500 people were there. The trucks came. Where do we go? Are we going for work, or are we going for death? Nobody knows. We arrived in a field. It was Skarżysko was the name of the place. We didn't know what we will be doing there. The work was really not needed, but they gave you a toothbrush and told you to clean with the toothbrush the sidewalk, just to show you that you are nobody and you do what we say. I just wanted to work and go to sleep and work and go to sleep. We were called to the master. He was really a master of our life. A small room, he stands there again, the uniform, the shiny boots, the legs spread, the hands on the hip. You Jewish swines. And he started to beat us, 3 of us, from one machine. I lost this time 17 teeth. He hit so badly. He aimed really between the eyes, nose. We were so beaten, 3 of us, that words fail me to explain it. I tell you only that I lost 17 teeth, spit them out. We were really not liberated. We liberated ourselves. My husband, whom I got to know the last day, because the Germans disappeared. We knew that something is going on because they spoke with hushed tones to each other, and the little whip that they had aside was gone. The Germans took us eventually out, all of us, I don't know how many. They took 500 people from the front and from the back. We were still there. This was the famous hunger march from Poland to Germany to Bergen-Belsen. On the way, people were dying. They were not fed, so they ate some grass. The grass was already muddy from all the tripping on it, and people were very sick. We didn't know what's going on. We sat in the cold weather on the bare ground and waited. My husband opened the gate and went out and came back and said the Russians are in town. We opened the gate. We liberated ourselves. Nobody was there to take care of us. I am a victim who eventually became a survivor, and I am a witness, but I also am a victor.